Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Idaho Business Podcast. You know, it's been a good week so far. I hope you guys have had an awesome week. When you're watching this, it's only Tuesday, but I hope you guys go out there and kill it this week and just have a fantastic week. So, to start this off with today, Idaho Business Podcast is sponsored by Lookout Credit Union. Guys, if you want a fantastic credit union to do your financial your banking with, give them a holler. And the deal that they have with us, if you go into one of their branches, from Burley, Pocatello, Blackfoot, or Idaho Falls, and you mention that you heard about them on the podcast, they're going to give you, and you open up an account, they're going to give you a free swag bag just because you said you listened to them on the podcast. So these guys have been around for over 69 years in our community. We love to support local. We love to support Idaho. Give these guys a holler. And if you need to find them or more information about them, go to the idahobusinesspodcast.com. And even you can go to idahobusinesspodcast.com/lookout. There you go. Today, guys, I was thinking to talk about how to control your mindset as a business leader, as an entrepreneur, because this is something I struggled with for years. As I was starting my business, and I'm still running the business today. I know you're probably thinking, is this going to be some Zen thing? No, it's not. It's how to control your mindset as you go journey throughout your day, your week, your month. So one thing, and this is all stuff that I've learned that's worked for me. So I'm going to share with you, and if it works for you, great. But I promise you, these things will work. The biggest thing I do at the beginning of the day, and I know not just me, I know there's many, many other people that do this. I try to think at least of three things that I'm grateful for, just the very beginning. No matter what time you wake up, or what side of the bed you wake up on, first thing you need to be doing is thinking for three things that you're grateful for. And you would be amazed by just doing that alone, where that brings your mindset and how it elevates your mindset of a mindset of gratitude. It automatically starts bringing happiness into your mind. After you do that, if you want to throw in a little positive affirmations or some brags about yourself while you're about ready to brush your teeth in the mirror, or you do it right as you're ready and you're looking good, you're looking beautiful or handsome for the day. You put your hands on your hips, you give yourself the best Superman pose, and you say three things to yourself that you're good at. Like I'm an amazing marketer, or I'm an amazing husband, or whatever it is, or I'm an amazing, wife, or whatever it is. I am amazing at writing copy, or whatever it is, guys. Say that to yourself, and I'm telling you, you're gonna laugh the first couple times you do it. But the more you say that and you look at yourself as you say that, the more true it becomes, even though you know it's true. But the more it sinks into yourself. And our body language, the way that we are, if we're in that Superman pose, we're already in that pose of like power. Like we always feel, we already feel that sense of power and positivity. In retrospect, if you were to go sit up, put your head down, shrug your shoulders, slunch your shoulders over, your body's already going to tell your mind that you're sad and it's going to be a crappy day. So buck up, put your chin up, stick your chest out, tell yourself three good things that you're good at. So brag about yourself. It's very hard right now in our society with social media and all the pressures around us. We don't want to say things that are good about ourselves. And we need to, especially when we're by ourselves. And on a side note from that, it's wonderful to do that for your kids. That's one thing I try to do as I drop them off for school or as they're going to bed. I always try to say a few things that I think they're awesome at. And I think it just makes their day so much better. And same thing goes for your employees or your staff that you're over. Um, okay, so you got your three things you're grateful for, your three positive brags or affirmations. Um, Next thing I like to do, it's in different orders. Um, but I do. I'm a God fearing man, and I like to pray for positivity throughout this upcoming day that I'm about to embark on. And that's huge for me because I know if I have that in my heart and I know that I've prayed for that, I'm going to start trying to live for that. So that's one huge thing I do before I leave home. And then, of course, I kiss my loved ones, kiss my babies, kiss my wife, and it just starts your day off right. So right there alone, you've started your mindset good. Even though your kids are kind of maybe grumpy or your spouse is grumpy, you've done stuff to set yourself up for success, and they're going to start thinking, wow, why is why is dad or mom so freaking happy in the mornings? It's because you're doing the right steps to make yourself happy and make yourself unstoppable in the workforce. So these are things that have worked for me. Again, I'm not telling you anything that has not worked for me. Next thing I like to do is protect myself from negativity. So protect yourself from negativity. So what I say? What am I saying when I say that? Um, we all have heard of the gatekeeper. There's always a gatekeeper, typically between you and salesmen or people that are trying to approach you, and that's good. You can do that, but you also need to have a gatekeeper between negativity and yourself. And what I mean is, for example, in our company, something goes wrong, or someone quits, all with no notice, or they tell you to screw off, whatever it is, um, or you have a complaint from a client that they're upset or something like that. That's negativity. Of course, that still has to be dealt with, right? But so there should be someone that's dealing with that, coming up with solutions for that, and then coming to you and just giving you the broad strokes summarization of what happened, and they're protecting you from negativity. So keep a gatekeeper between you and negativity, and give those guys a lot of gratitude for doing that for you. Because you think about it, when you're going throughout your day and maybe you're writing some sales copy, or maybe you're thinking you're going through your P&L or your balance sheet, and you're trying to think critically, and all of a sudden some negativity comes rushing into the door, either be a complaint or whatever it might be. That's going to throw your focus completely off, and it's going to mess with your mindset. So it's going to throw your focus off for probably a good at least a half an hour to an hour, and then you're going to go back to where you're getting back to, and it's hard to get that mindset back into where you were. So put that gatekeeper in. When you do have to deal with something negative, and this is life, and that's where. And I'll tell you this right now. I've heard this from the owner of Fubu. I can't remember his name, Damon something. You all know what I'm talking about, the Shark Tank guy. He said that's the big separator between a good leader and a good entrepreneur is how they handle the negativity, or not necessarily negativity, but how they handle themselves or make decisions when things are bad. So first of all, when things approach you, and they have to be solved, all right, and it's not something fun you want to deal with. Number one, break it down to some steps. Okay, this is this. What do we have to do to solve this? And if it's something that comes on a regular basis, like this is something that you see that comes maybe monthly or weekly, put a process in place. So maybe that gatekeeper that blocks negativity from you can automatically put those steps in place without you having to be sidetracked by those regularly occurring situations. But if this is one-off stuff that comes up and it requires your attention, get it figured out. Write down how you figured it out. So if it ever comes up again, you know exactly, hey, negativity gatekeeper, you take this and you run with it from now on. And then you do all you can to fix that problem. And then you step forward and you leave that problem behind you, because at this point you've done everything you can to solve it. Now it's behind you, and you've got to continue on with what you're doing. And it's hard. It's hard to leave it behind you, but you've got to do that. Okay. Eliminating next would be eliminating negative influences in your life. And this is where I think a lot of people say is the more successful and the more driven you get, the smaller your friend group gets, because they're, especially even in my life, there's negative influences that I just don't associate with anymore, because they don't even know they're being negative. It's just how they are in normal life. They're very self-defeating people. The way they joke around even is very defeating on themselves and even on others. So find people that protrude that positivity, and also have that same drive that you do. So that's huge. And then the big thing too, after that, is just remember where you came from, and remember to celebrate the wins. So when you're going out and maybe you have a hard day at sales or whatever it is, maybe you had a hard day, but you got to remember how far you've come in your business and how far you've come in your position, and show that gratitude and celebrate the wins that you've had. There's no way I would have thought I would have been where I was now in my life. And there's those days I have to remind myself that, hey, things aren't bad. Things are good. Things are looking up. I just had a disappointing afternoon or whatever it was, but don't get down on yourself. So separate that from, oh, I'm a failure. Oh, things are going to be bad. No, it was just a bad afternoon, or it was just one bad meeting. Relax. Okay. So if you have those tasks as well that you have to do, maybe you don't want to do, number one, make sure that if they're the ones that you have to do and don't want to do, make sure they're the ones that you actually absolutely have to do, and you can, if there are some you don't, if something you don't absolutely don't have to do, give it to one of your other employees, or a negativity gatekeeper, or a VA, virtual assistant. Give it to someone like that to do. But if you absolutely have to do it and you don't really like to do it, get yourself out. If you have the opportunity to get outside the office, go outside the office, go somewhere fun. Make it fun for yourself to do these tasks. Maybe put on your favorite tunes, put your earbuds in. Hopefully I didn't just pause everything. But yes, do all that, guys. It's huge to make those tasks easier and better to accomplish. And then coming towards the end, guys, organize yourself. Don't prepare to get ready for the day. And I've been guilty of this. I'm probably the worst organized person, and that's why I need to hire more organized people. But when I say, okay, it's Friday or Monday or Tuesday morning, what do I got to do today? That should not be your question to yourself that day. That should be already answered Monday as you're getting off of work, or as you are going throughout your day on Monday. Say, hey, this is something I'm going to do tomorrow. This is something I'm going to move tomorrow. Have your Tuesday, or have whatever that following day already kind of mapped out in your head or on paper, most likely, so you can be organized. Because I don't care how much stuff you have to do or how little things you have to do. If you see them written down, no matter how much you have, the stress level goes way down, because in your mind, you can blow it up to huge proportions, like, oh, how am I ever going to get all this stuff done today? But if you see it on paper and there's only 6 things you need to do, it makes it a lot more easy to process and get through. Okay. And then, of course, make your to-do list, like I already talked about. Make those tasks that are closest to producing more income first, and then those other tasks after that. So, and then last but not least, guys, but before I get to that, this is kind of our version of the lightning round. Since I'm by myself today, the lightning round is sponsored by Sensations Day Spa Tanning and Salon. These guys are amazing. I just recently went to Mexico last week, and Ari gave me a fantastic spray tan because I was, translucent. So I had to give myself a little bit of tan to make myself look halfway good when I go to Mexico. Those guys do fantastic work. So if you're scared of the tanning beds, you got the spray tan option. But go get your massage, go get your pedicure, all that good stuff. And here soon, we're gonna have an offer to present to you because you're a podcast listener for the Sensations Day Spot, located in Twin Falls and Pocatello. Okay, last but not least, guys, give yourself something to look forward to. Life, if it's all work and no play, that's not a life, guys. And if you're that person that doesn't enjoy fun, gosh, you've got to rethink some things. You've got to work hard. And I don't believe in those, all the memes and the inspirational things that say, you got to work, 24 hours a day to get to where you want to be. And no, organize yourself, show gratitude, work hard, and you're going to get to where you want to be. And then treat yourself and to have something to look forward to. So whether it be a vacation, or maybe you want to play basketball once a week, or maybe you want to play golf once a week, put that in your schedule. Put that on your to-do list for that following day. Make that happen. Choose to make those decisions, and your life will be so much easier. I don't care if it's go out to the shooting club, shoot some shotguns, some pistols, whatever it is, to give yourself something to look forward to. And guys and gals, this is huge. If you can do all that, your mindset's going to be better. I promise you, my life has been leaps and bounds better as I've started to do these things over the last year and a half to 2 years. And I just say this now, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to subscribe, share, and review. Share these episodes, guys. Give me some love here. This podcast is in the greatest state in the union, Idaho, guys. We're pro Idaho. Idaho is just awesome. But on top of that, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, go to the idahobusinesspodcast.com and you can schedule your episode as well. Now go out and conquer your day, guys, and have a fantastic day, have a fantastic week. See you later.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.